Hey guys, Bias Ramos here, and today I'm bringing you NFL Week 2 game picks of the 2019 season. And no, I don't have Matt with me again today, but we're going to be working that out soon and figuring out when's the best time for us to get together, get these videos out together, and yeah. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, Thursday Night Football, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facing off the Carolina Panthers. Both teams are 0-1, and Tampa Bay took a pretty rough loss at home last week against the 49ers. Jameis Winston didn't perform so well, and Carolina also lost to the LA Rams in, I wouldn't say it was a shootout, but it was a very well contested game, and LA just got the upper hand there. And before I say anything else, me and Matt both tied last week. We're both 9-5-1. Very interesting. One you'll see later in about 2 games. I'll just explain why we're 9-5-1. But yeah, me and Matt are both going Carolina. I just trust Cam Newton and the Panthers defense way more than I trust Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. So, and I'm pretty sure Matt feels the same way. But now we're going to Sunday, and the first game on the list is the San Francisco 49ers at the Cincinnati Bengals. San Fran beat Tampa Bay last week. We were just talking about them. And Cincinnati had a pretty close game with the Seattle Seahawks, but Seattle just escaped out and got the win. So, not that I don't think Cincinnati will be able to do well against the 49ers. I think they'll do fine. But I think San Francisco edges out and wins this game, and so does Matt. Then we go to Detroit, where we have the LA Chargers facing off the Detroit Lions. And yes, that's where the tie came from. Detroit and Arizona tied last week. It was a pretty interesting game. I was watching the Cowboys game finish off while I was making the post-game review. And then that game ended, and then they switched it over to the Arizona-Detroit game, and man, oh man, that was a very interesting way to end off the game. I saw Kyler Murray's drive down the field to tie up the game, and then they couldn't prevail in overtime. The other team could do it. If one of the defenders for Arizona would have caught a pick that was right in his face, they would have won the game for sure. But let's go back to Chargers and Detroit. Me and Matt are both taking LA. LA has been doing very well. They did well last week, and I expect them to carry that on. So, yeah, we're both going LA. Then we go Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers. Now, this is where me and Matt first have our differences in the picks this week. So, I'm going Minnesota, and Matt's going Green Bay. Matt's a big Aaron Rodgers guy, and I don't blame him, but Minnesota did very well against the Atlanta Falcons last week, and I feel like that will carry over. They have a pretty good defense, and I feel like the offense is clicking finally with Kirk Cousins at the helm as quarterback, and I feel like that will carry into this following week. Then we go to the Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans, and me and Matt are both taking Tennessee. They just laid the whooping on the Browns last week, and didn't see that coming. And this is no shade at Indianapolis, but just it's going to be a lot harder for them to have the success that they were projected to have this year without Andrew Luck there at quarterback. And it's not that Jacoby Brissett is a bad quarterback or anything. It's just not the same, you know? But let's move on. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills at the New York Giants. Me and Matt are both taking Buffalo. I just don't think the Giants have enough to do it. Buffalo has a decent team, and even though last week Josh Allen threw like 4 picks, they still managed to win the game. It's not about what do you do throughout the game, it's how you finish off the game, and they finished it off well. Good teams close out games. That's how it is. Then we go to Seattle at Pittsburgh. Seattle Seahawks at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh got annihilated. Didn't even score a touchdown against the New England Patriots. But me and Matt both taking Seattle here. Uh, Russell Wilson, man. Great QB. Then we have the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Redskins. Back-to-back NFC East matches for them. Last week they played the Giants. This week they're playing... who are they playing? They are playing the Washington Redskins. So, Dallas has a great offense, and they have an even better defense behind them. And I just feel like they have way more over Washington to win out this game, and so does Matt. Now we go to Arizona at Baltimore Ravens. Me and Matt are both taking Baltimore. They laid the whooping on the Dolphins last week. And Arizona, even though they had that great game and managed to tie it up and force it into overtime and end out the game with a tie, I don't think they're still going through the phases of rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, rookie wide receiver, stuff like that. Just a bunch of hiccups that I feel like are happening there, and it's not just enough for them to come out with a win this week. So, yeah, me and Matt are both going Baltimore. Then we go to the last 1 o'clock game. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Houston Texans. It's going to be a very well-contested game. But last week, Nick Foles broke, I believe it was his left collarbone. And he's out for, I believe, 8 to 11 weeks or so. And they traded for Joshua Dobbs. They had a backup QB. He didn't do bad against Kansas City last week, but he couldn't compare because he was just getting blown out. But Matt here is going with Jacksonville, and me on the other hand, I'm going with Houston. Even though they got dealt this loss last week from the Saints, which was an amazing game, don't think Jacksonville will have enough at the quarterback position to pass them over Houston, basically. And then we go to the first 4 o'clock game. We have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Oakland Raiders. And even though the Raiders had a great performance on Monday Night Football this previous week, don't see them beating Kansas City. And neither does Matt. Next, we have the Chicago Bears at the Denver Broncos. The Bears are facing their former defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio. And it was very tough. I was about to go Denver, but I feel like Chicago's going to have a bounce-back game, especially after what happened last week, losing to Green Bay in the fashion that they did. It's going to be very tough for them, though, because the guy would play against them in practice every single day, so he knows how the Bears are going to be running their offense. So it's going to be very tough. In no way, shape, or form it's going to be an easy game for Chicago, but me and Matt are both picking Chicago to win this game. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints at the LA Rams. Man, if this game was in New Orleans, wow. It would have been a crazy, crazy, crazy game. So, on Monday they were wearing so many referee shirts. They were wearing more referee shirts than probably almost Saints and Texans jerseys all around the stadium. So, you can say they're pretty salty about what happened in the NFC Championship game. But me and Matt picked scores for this one, and we're both going New Orleans. Meanwhile, Matt is picking New Orleans 31-24, and I'm going New Orleans 35, LA 27. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a very interesting game. This time it's in LA, not in New Orleans, so we'll see. Then we go to Sunday Night Football. We have the Philadelphia Eagles facing off the Atlanta Falcons. Another game that we did pick scores for. Me and Matt are both going Philadelphia. Not that Atlanta can't beat them. It's just, Philadelphia is just really good. They have Carson Wentz and Deshaun Jackson. If he burns everyone again, they're going to be pretty unbeatable right now. But Matt is going 34-27, having Philadelphia win. And then I'm having Philadelphia win 28-24. Did I say 34-27? I'm pretty sure I said that for Matt. But then we go to Monday Night Football. We have the Cleveland Browns at the New York Jets. This would have been a way better game if Jets quarterback didn't get mono, but they're not gonna have no scrub at QB backing him up right now. They have Trevor Siemian. I'm not saying he's the best QB ever, but he's gonna do well. He's gonna perform. He did decent in Denver, but now he's there in New York. But me and Matt are both going Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Me and Matt are both going Cleveland. But they are facing their former defensive coordinator in Greg Williams. And I think some article just came out. I'm going to read up on it real quick. But I think some article came out that OBJ, the guy who wasn't even on the Browns last year, was like saying how his teammates were telling him how Greg Williams likes to do cheap shots and this and that and blah, blah, blah. So, whatever. Camera died twice. Put in a new battery and it died right away. So, maybe some bad voodoo because I was talking about the Dolphins. But maybe that's telling me to change my pick. But let's get into it. We have New England Patriots facing off the Miami Dolphins at home here in Miami. Dolphins are going to be wearing the new white throwback jerseys, and man, oh man, I really am having an issue reading this. I think it's Matt picked the Patriots to win. My guy. What kind of Dolphins fan are you? Nah, but really, Matt picked the Patriots winning 34-13. You already know we always save the Dolphins game for last. And me being the optimistic Dolphin fan that I am, and you know, Patriots, mainly Tom Brady, usually struggles in Miami. And I really do hope that trend continues because I have the Dolphins winning this game. I have them winning 21-24. Hopefully none of this comes back to bite me in the butt. But honestly, just an optimistic Dolphins fan. And, you know, even though the Patriots put a whooping on the Steelers and the Steelers are said to be a better team than the Dolphins currently, I still have the Dolphins winning this game. No, it's just me being a really optimistic fan, to be honest. But you never know. Dolphins are wearing the all-white throwback unis, and hopefully some of that throwback magic rubs off on our players, and we have a bounce-back week from obviously was a horrible last week, 59-10. But that's pretty much all, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a nice thumbs up, and if you didn't and you didn't enjoy our picks, give a thumbs down. Let us know. Let us know who you root for, and if you believe that we incorrectly pick teams. You know, if you think your team is gonna win and we pick them not to, let us know why down below. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell option to get notified every time I upload a video, and also check out my Twitter and Instagram at @ByAustinRamos, and also my website byaustinramos.com. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoy your week of watching football, and I will be watching closely, and hopefully we don't get blown out this week, because if we do, I'm going to be very upset. On Dan Marino's birthday too? Come on, man, we got to do good. So that's pretty much it. Fins up, guys.